All right, so we're gonna give up my predictions for the UFC 300 early prelims. Okay, when does anyone ever give prediction on the early prelims? That's just telling you how exciting UFC 300 is gonna be on April 13th. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'll pull it up on my phone here. The first fight of the UFC 300 let me just say that right. It's the UFC 300 early prelims. The first fight of the night, of the afternoon, is going to be number 8 bantamweight. This is a men's bantamweight fight. Deiveson Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. Okay, both of them are former UFC champions. Just to give you a freaking idea of how insane UFC 300 is going to be. This is the very first fight of the card, and this is the early prelims, okay? This is how they're opening up the show on UFC 300, just to give you an idea. Okay, I don't know who I got winning this one. Let me just see their stats and stuff. I'm going to pull that up. So Figueiredo's from Brazil. We got Cody Garbrandt from USA. They say, I don't know if he really is. They're trying to say Cody Garbrandt's 5'8". He doesn't look 5'8", but he might be. And then the Figueiredo is 5'5". Okay, so there's a little bit of height there. Who's got the reach? The funny thing is, Cody has a height, but Figueiredo has long arms, so he has a reach advantage. And the leg reach is about the same. They're both really aggressive fighters. But lately, Cody Garbrandt has been one of those really aggressive fighters who comes out swinging right away. He basically, what do they say? He lives and dies by the sword. So he comes up there throwing, and he gets right in the pocket, they call it, right? Right face to face, they're punching and punching. Basically, first one to drop loses. So Cody's been playing that game lately, and it really hasn't been working out well for him, so that's why his ranking's not where it used to be, and that's why he's on the early prelims, right? But Figueiredo, on the other hand, he's been doing really well. He's held the belt, he's been winning fights. He's a tough guy too, and he'll come out swinging too. So this fight is going to be nuts. Anything could happen. I don't know what the people are saying. They're probably saying Figueiredo is going to win, the general public probably saying that. But Cody Garbrandt has a puncher's chance at all times. Cody Garbrandt put on a show, like an electrifying show, when he beat Dominic Cruz. I don't know how long ago it was. I'm thinking 5 years back. He beat Dominic Cruz for the belt, the 135. I believe it's 135 or 125 pound championship. But anyways, he beat him for the UFC belt. That's when he became the champion. He has a great story as well. Figueiredo's a tough guy. Always comes out with the sunglasses on for interviews and all that kind of stuff. He's kind of he's just like a no-nonsense, that we're here to fight type guy. So that's going to be an amazing fight to start with. Let me just throw a little, I'm just going to throw it out there because I have to pick one of these guys. Let's just say Cody Garbrandt, and he's going to shock the world. He's going to do a knockout because he's going to come out swinging like a maniac, and anything can happen when swinging starts happening. There's going to be a knockdown. There's going to be a knockout. And if there isn't a knockdown or a knockout, Cody's not going to win. But if he gets that knockout, like when he comes out swinging, he's going to take it. But let's just say he does. I'm going to say he's going to, and he's going to win the fight. Next fight. Oh my God, it's a good one. Let me just get my glasses on to make sure here. It's a lightweight bout. Everyone knows Bobby Green. And we got the legend himself, Jim Miller, okay? This is going to be insane. What are they saying Jim Miller's record is here? Well, Jim Miller's already going down to UFC history because he's got a win, I'm not sure, wins by submission, wins by knockout, most fights, all this kind of crazy stuff. He won his last fight. He's going to be fighting Bobby Green next. Let's just see what Bobby Green... Sorry, I'm going to use my phone here. Bobby Green, I think, might have lost his last fight. He lost his last fight, but he was doing really well until he got knocked out. That's not funny. But Bobby Green, oh my God, this guy's nuts. He's excited to fight. He's one of those guys who has the it factor. when Bobby Green is fighting, or when he's on the microphone, people tune in, and they don't tune out until he's done whatever it is he's doing. If it's a fight, you watch the whole thing. If it's a interview or anything like that, or especially a press conference, you watch the whole thing. He's going to come out, what do they call it, Philly style. He kind of does a Philly show. He puts his shoulder out front. He keeps his hands low, which everyone freaks out about. Get your hands up, get your hands up. That's what happened to him last fight, right? His hands weren't up, but he fought a guy with a really long reach, an up-and-comer, and got knocked out. But, yeah, so it's going to be a crazy fight. Jim Miller is going to want to get to the ground because Jim Miller is a real good ground specialist. He likes to submit people. And Bobby Green likes to just punch people. But he can submit people. He's done it before, okay? So he has some submissions. He has some technique. I think he has a wrestling background. Not just a wrestling background. He's a really exceptional wrestler before MMA. But he's fallen in love with the boxing, right? And he's a good boxer. But he's got kind of like the style where his hands are low and he showboats and he talks to his opponent and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be exciting. I think I think Bobby Green is going to win. He's going to win by knockout. I don't know when it's going to come or how it's going to come, but he's going to get a knockout. He's going to win. Next fight is a women's bout. We got Jessica Andrade, which is a former UFC champion, which is crazy. All these former UFC champions on the early prelims. You got to remember, early prelims is usually what people don't watch. Everyone's going to be watching the early prelims. We got Jessica Andrade fighting Marina Rodriguez, and this is a strawweight bout. What weight is strawweight? The strawweight's 115, okay? And so both these athletes are going to come in at 115. Andrade is ranked number 4. Rodriguez is ranked number 6. I think there's quite a height difference. Yeah, because Andrade is short. So she's 5'1", whereas Rodriguez is 5'6". The reach goes in favor of Rodriguez as well. But Andrade is a brawler. She's going to come right after her. Like, she comes out throwing like a maniac, caution to the wind, Hail Marys, just throwing punches. And they're usually wide looping shots. But when they hit you, okay? So she's one of those girls you do not want to get hit by. Whereas Rodriguez, I'm trying to think of who she fought last. Let's see if they show us that. She beat the Karate Hottie. Actually, I remember seeing that. I think it was a decision. Yeah, she fought the Karate Hottie. And so that was a really good fight. I watched that. And yeah, Rodriguez won that. So Rodriguez is no joke either. This is going to be a crazy fight. Andrade is one of those people that you can't count her out at any time because she has the power to end a fight at any moment, any time. It could be really fast. It could be at the end. But there's always fear of her putting your lights out, so to speak. But let's go with someone different here. I'm going to go with Marina Rodriguez. They're going to go the full 3 rounds by decision. Marina Rodriguez by decision. Who do we got next? So Jalin Turner, this is a lightweight bout. He's ranked number 10. He's fighting Renato Moicano, who is number 13, okay? So this is going to be an exciting fight. Let me tell you a little bit about these guys. For one thing, Jalin Turner is tall. He's 6'3", but Renato's not really short, but he's 5'11". Jalen's from United States. Renato's from Brazil. It's a 155-pound fight. Jalen's got about a 5-inch reach advantage with the arms and about a 4-inch reach advantage with the leg strikes, okay? It's going to be a really good fight. Remember I was talking about Bobby Green losing his last fight to a guy with long arms and blah, blah, blah? That was Jalin Turner. So Jalin Turner is he's the new rising star in the lightweight division, and they're taking him up the ranks. He's coming against Renato Moicano. Yeah, Renato Moicano. He is exciting too, because he just started his own YouTube channel, Renato. Even had a little beef going on with the MMA guru who's like really famous in the MMA world on social media and YouTube, right? So Renato, he's funny. Real funny guy, real down to earth, real cool guy. He can when it comes to the shit talk or the joking around, he can take it and give it, or whatever. He can give it out and he can take it as well. So him and MMA Guru are going back and forth. People are like, is this real? Oh my God, this is crazy. No, he's just joking around. This is what he does. Okay, so we got Renato against Jalin. And that's going to be a great fight. I like Renato a lot, just based on his personality, his YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff. So I want to see him win. I think it's going to go the distance. I think it's going to go 3 rounds. I think it's going to be crazy. I think it's going to be up and down. But I think it's going to come down to, let's just throw a little craziness in. Let's say it's going to come down to a split decision in favor of Renato. He's going to win the fight. They're both up-and-comers in the lightweight division. Renato really wants to become a superstar, and I want to see him rising up the ranks. So Renato's going to take that split decision, all 3 rounds. Okay. All right, so that's the early prelims. I'm going to feature the prelims, and I'm going to feature the main card in my another prediction videos. But for now, I hope you enjoyed that video. Do not skip out on watching UFC 300. You want to watch the early prelims right to the main card. It's going to be exciting. All right, thanks for checking out the video.